Video for YouTube. I'm gonna miss YouTube when I go, because those YouTube tips are nothing to joke about. Thank you very much for your generosity. So click the links for the other platforms, Subscribestar, etc. So, Strange World, Disney film that nobody wants, about, I'll say, a belief system that appeals to a small percentage of the population, and people hear that and they immediately feel attacked. It's like I mean nothing more than that. Like, just from an objective perspective, you have to admit that this appeals to a small percentage of the population. They go, what about representation? Okay, when you seek a new audience, are you taking the old audience with you? Well, objectively, in this case, clearly the answer is no. And Disney knows that, and they knew that, and they do it anyway. They knew this film's going to bomb. They have the best marketing on earth. They're $1 billion entertainment company. They knew it, and they made it anyway, which should be activating the almonds, and should really be jogging the noggin and make you think. Why? Because it's not about the money. It's a belief system. They're interested in rewiring your brain with propaganda so that it can move the window with generational brainwashing. You know, it's the Simpsons meme. They tap the sign, don't make me repeat it. So why did they make something like Cuties? Or what's up with the Balenciaga stuff? It's a fashion company that rapper guy whose name must not be mentioned, otherwise you'll get a strike on YouTube. And Kardashian are involved with that ad campaign. I'm actually gonna do a video on that for BitChute and Odyssey. So and when Twitter X starts up, oh, I'm gonna be over there so quick. That is gonna be. Please make that happen. I've got to assume that all the software for the operating system, the app store, and the tablets and the cell phones, that's got to have been on the back burner already in existence for a while. Like, to go down this path, he looks at Twitter, he must have realized, Google and Apple could really use a competitor. It's like, how hard is it? I don't think it's an insurmountable hurdle to build the. Some people were posting design photos for the Twitter. Or the Tesla phone, just making it look with the Tesla insignia on it. It's like, that looks freaking awesome. For some reason, left wingers were really triggered on Twitter about the idea of a Tesla phone. Like, we're not gonna leave Google and Apple. Yeah, but I think a lot of people would. If you had a privacy phone, didn't have the bloatware, and it was a free speech app store. Yeah, I suspect a lot of people would be on board with a Tesla phone. And it's like, they're on Twitter. You realize you're on Twitter, and you probably have a Tesla, and you're complaining about Elon Musk on the platform. Anyway, so $1 billion Disney, they know marketing. They absolutely know marketing. Like, it's so convenient that Google controls the platform for people to express these ideas. Like YouTube, yeah, it used to be YouTube. Now it's something else entirely. You can still get away with stuff on live streams, but that's kind of about it. Disney, they know marketing. Like, they know all this stuff, and that should be it. I mean, more people should kind of be cognizant of that awareness. Like, these $1 billion companies are making a lot of weird decisions. Must be negligence. No, it's intent. It's intent. They have all the facts before them. Like, okay, here's the plot of the movie, and here's the audience, like the potential audience fallout with this movie. Oh, I see this as a loss. Okay, go ahead. I just told you this is almost certainly going to lose money. Yeah, go ahead with that. Oh, we're not really selling movies. We're not selling burgers, are we? Stone Toss. Yeah, it was never about selling burgers. Gee, a $1 billion anti-Western propaganda company that makes movies to brainwash people. Yeah, that's pretty much the best propaganda system on earth. It must be nice to have that access to infinite money supply. So they made the movie anyway. They knew the film would bomb. A film about young boys in this dystopian hellscape puts on the nightmare glasses. Like, nothing has changed. We're not the crazy ones for rejecting this. And I will say that Twitter, with the little freer speech, is going to change the game. They will. Twitter X is going to be so friggin' sweet. I was never an Elon Musk fanboy. I'm looking at it now. I think I can understand why people were on board with him. So they try to gaslight us into accepting this kind of degeneracy. They'll say it was always like this. It's better this way. It's progressive. I mean, gaslighting is like, they will say It's like just right out of Animal Farm in 1984. They'll say things that are not in accord with objective reality. That's kind of the definition of it. They'll say that you're istophobic if you don't accept their worldview, and at some point you're just going to have to go, okay, but we still have to reject. I mean, some hills are worth dying on. So the things you focus on are the things you move forward, and it's not just in a personal way or a company way. It's a societal way, and the power of Disney to affect change in the society is amazing. My point is, Disney knows what they're doing. Even the title, Strange World, is a nice little bit of the humiliation ritual. So the movie cost, I don't know, $150 million to make, plus advertising, which apparently they didn't spend a whole lot of advertising on this movie, which some people said they didn't do it because they're trying to nuke this subdivision for some reason. I don't understand that. And the other thing is they're trying to focus more on Star Wars. And I look at Star Wars like you have nothing to focus on with Star Wars. Star Wars is a dead brand, and the more I look at Disney, I'm like, Disney is very close to being a dead brand too. $1 billion Disney is close to me. I've said this years ago, and everyone else has said it too. They go, it's not like companies come and go. Even the biggest companies on earth are capable of coming and going. If they're pushing something that is just not what the audience is on board with, or you're able to get away with this for a long time when you control the social media platform so people can't talk about this. But then a couple of years ago, you had the rise of all social media platforms, and people started to talk about this. And all social media is probably not even 1% of, well, maybe more than that, of social media. But then you have mainstream social media, and people are able to get this stuff out there in some kind of limited state through, euphemisms and whatnot. You're able to slowly change the narrative. But the new change in Twitter now is just, it's gonna, like, if you've never been on Twitter, you don't want to get on Twitter. Now is not a bad time to get on there. Get on there for a month and see what's going on with it. I hate to recommend people get on Twitter. I don't know. Maybe I'll think through that one. It is a time suck, but it's interesting to see what a freer speech environment looks like. Suddenly people can talk, like, you're going to see politicians suddenly get ratioed and realizes, like, they're terrified. The left wing is terrified. The politicians and this kind of corporate media government machine are suddenly getting their ideas ratioed. Like Biden comes out there with a tweet about shopping small businesses, and people in the comments are discussing the inflation. Like, yeah, we can't because we don't have any money. It's just a whole new environment. It's like, yeah, the pendulum. The only reason the pendulum swings back so hard, and it's going to, is because it's been suppressed for so long. It's like it didn't have to be this way, but it's like they created this system. Anyway, if you can't, like, I know people like you have to have an electronic babysitter, but it can't be Disney, it can't be Netflix, it can't be, like, you look at this and you're like, there's no way you can't support this kind of stuff. You can get in, like, Hulu, all those companies, it's all the same. Every company I can name is the same. You can get an external hard drive and a VPN, and find some friends who've got online clouds, and you can get the old stuff, and you can fill a hard drive with it, for like $100, and you would never need to support Disney in the mainstream in any way at all. I mean, these people are, to the extent of what I can say on YouTube, just monsters. I don't mean that. There's no exaggeration. I mean, what would you call people who, like, spread human misery, who spread the left-hand path? Just absolute monsters. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks to everyone's very generous donations. And I will see you guys all next episode.